Hello and welcome, I'm your Code Monkey. So last week I published this video, So Do Gamers Care About AI? In there I basically did some research to try to figure out how do players actually feel about AI, trying to figure out do they negatively hate it and should you as developer avoid using it to avoid that negative impact? My conclusion after researching a handful of games was that it didn't seem to have any impact. Games that were using AI and had the AI disclosure, they still had very positive reviews and no mentions of AI. So it appears that AI is just like assets, meaning that players really only care about having fun games to play, so if you give your players that, it doesn't matter what you use to build a game. Now that video actually got a bunch more dislikes than usual. Usually my videos are 97 to 98% positive, whereas that one was 92% positive. I would guess that is due to how a lot of people have some very extreme opinions about AI. It's kind of what I mentioned in that video, how there's really no nuance. Some people hear about AI and they just completely shut down. It's really hard to have a normal conversation on this topic. Like I said in that video, I'm really not pro or anti-AI. For me, AI is really just a tool. And as with any tool, it has pros and cons. It is either useful or useless. So all I want to know is A, is this tool actually useful to game developers? And B, if it is useful and a dev uses it, will the players negatively react to it? Even if AI is super useful, if it does lead to bad reviews from players, that will kind of tank your game. So even if AI was insanely useful, if players do hate it, I would recommend you not to use it. But if players don't mind, then you might as well just use every tool at your disposal as long as it helps, as long as it's useful. But more important than the like to dislike ratio is there were a few very fair criticisms on this video. The main one being that the sample size was very small. I basically just showed examples of 3 games. Now before the video I did try to do a bunch of research to try to find a bunch of examples for AI games, but I really could not find any list anywhere. On Steam you can't really sort by games and find all the ones that have this AI content disclosure. You can't really search for that. So because of that I had to try to find them by hand, and I was only able to find a handful of examples. But after reading those comments, I tried again to research and try to find, can I find some kind of list that shows all the games with AI? And thankfully I did find that on SteamDB. Over here I can do an app key search, look for AI content type equals 1, and yep, all of these have that little AI content disclosure. There's also this search over here that does show all the games with the AI content disclosure. I'm pretty sure I did check SteamDB before I made that original video, so either this field wasn't there at the time or I just completely missed it. But either way, now we have a great list, so now we can actually see tons of games that have the AI disclosure. Now we can do some much more in-depth research to try to find, do players care about AI or not? And at the time of this recording, there are already a ton of examples, so this is definitely a big enough sample size to try to come to some conclusions. Over here we've got 6,400 games that use the AI content disclosure, and looking at the review scores, it does not appear that by itself it negatively affects the scores. It seems like this distribution is pretty much the same as the entirety of Steam. So if you go over here and let's go 7 pages deep, yep, everything is still on 70–80%. So there are hundreds or thousands of games that have this disclosure, and they seem to have normal scores, just like any other game on Steam. Then of course, if you go down the list on like page 20, now scores start to seem mixed. So again, it seems to be pretty much the same thing as the entirety of Steam. Another very interesting, very valid criticism has to do with the type of AI. A bunch of people mentioned that it's important how the AI is used, specifically whether it's used just for the capsule art or for in-game content as well. Now again, on this one, I don't think there's an easy way to search for it. Here, this search really only says that it has the AI content disclosed. It does not specifically mention how exactly they are using AI. So for this one, again, I had to do a bunch of manually looking through all these pages. I'll look through a ton of them, maybe about 40 or 50 games. Here's one example, Vuitton VR. So this one down here, yep, it does have the AI disclosure. And this one uses pre-rendered AI-generated voices may be used for NPCs in a few missions. So that is in-game content. So now I guess we can scroll down and you can try to browse all of the reviews and try to find how many reviews mention AI negatively. And after loading about 100 reviews, if I search for it, nope, there's really no mention, just one mentioning AI enemies, so not mentioning AI NPCs at all. For another game, here we have My Summer Car, so let's see this one. So this one, there are some AI-generated paintings found inside the main house. So again, in-game AI. And browsing the reviews, let's search for AI. And if I search for it, and nope, there's really no mentions of it. There's just one review over here that says AI can kill you, so again, nothing to do with generative AI. Next game, here we have Card Survival Tropical Island. This one is overwhelmingly positive, 2,600 reviews. Let's scroll down. So this one, Card Survival Tropical Island, use an early version of Midjourney exclusively to generate character portraits. So the portraits, again, in-game art, were used with AI. So let's see the reviews. Okay, let's load a ton of reviews, and now let's try searching for it. And nope, can't find, reach the end of the page, and I'm not seeing any mentions of AI. Then here we have Liar's Bar, so let's see again. The character voices used in the game were generated by artificial intelligence. So yep, in-game voiceover, which seems to be a common use case for AI, so let's browse the reviews. And on this one, let's search. And yep, there you go. Now this one does have one mention. Hearing the awful AI voices ruins it, despite the fact that it's still a positive review, but that is a negative mention for AI. Another one over here, also recommend, but still recommend the dev team to hire some people on Fiverr or other service to source some human voices over the current low-grade AI-generated ones. Okay, that's the second one. Then another one, also positive, it's fun until you hear AI voices. I hope they get some real VA before version 1. Then another one, also mentioning AI voices, so this one does have quite a few. Again, the reviews are still positive, so it seems that for these players it is not a deal breaker, but they are definitely pointing out a negative. So if the game by itself wasn't as good, these would probably be negative reviews. Next here we have Frustrain. So this one also very positive, 2400 reviews. Let's see how it uses AI. So this one, developers describe, they've used for event illustrations and base of character portraits. And if we browse the reviews, okay, let's search. And here we have one mentioned, so this one is a positive review. Just be aware that generative AI is used in most, if not all, art assets. Another one, this one is a negative review. Terrible AI usage in cutscenes. Another one, also negative. Dry game, most AI is generated. Another one, also negative. Most art is AI generated. Then another one, this one is positive. Images are obviously AI generated, but by someone competent, holding a single style, so not that jarring and annoying. So yep, again, same thing. Some mentions of it. For some people, it's a deal breaker. For other people, not. So here we have Astroloot. This one has 88 very positive reviews. And down here, most in-game sprites and item art in this game were generated using DALL-E. As a solo dev, generative AI tools allow me to create the breadth of visual content that would otherwise not have been possible. All assets were carefully selected, curated, and integrated to ensure they align with the game's vision and quality. Okay, so this sounds like a solo dev trying to use the tool to the best of their ability. Let's see, do the players accept that reason, yes or no? Over here on the reviews, which are very positive, if we search for AI, yep, there's one negative review on it. I thought the AI images wouldn't bother me, but they really do. Then another one down here. This one is a positive review, talking about the atrocious and muddled AI generate art. Then another one mentioning art, but this one talking about I fully understand and also don't support AI art. However, I feel that this creator made a good game first and art second. So it seems that this player specifically understands how AI is a positive tool for solo devs. Another one, a positive review. People who judge this game because it has AI assets need to go do one. But also says dev has clearly stated AI assets won't be replaced before release. Please don't decide to think. So perhaps that's also a factor. A bunch more mentions, a bunch more reviews mention AI, although these are positive. So again, not a deal breaker. Next game, Widget Inc. This one has 500 very positive reviews. Let's see how they use AI. Pixel art used in the game includes AI modified variants of my own sketches. And here we have one negative review. Thought it was AI generated. Sure enough, it is AI generated according to the Steam page. I should have paid more attention. Oh well, to the refund bin with you. So yep, that's definitely one player for which AI is definitely a deal breaker. Then a bunch more negative mentions. This one calling it soulless generative AI usage. But in total, in all the reviews, there's only about 3 reviews that mention AI. So that's 3 reviews out of 570. Then here's one game that actually has a mixed review. So we have Xville, and let's see how this one uses AI. So this one, we use AI voices for the radio messages, some icons, and sound effects. So it seems to use AI for quite a few things. And let's browse all 700 reviews. And on this one, it seems like the reviews are mainly about the game itself. I'm sure they won't program the AI to have a good time. So that seems to be talking about in-game AI as opposed to generative AI. This one over here also talking about an AI update. Again, talking about normal AI. This one does mention an AI voice. But most of the reviews over here, they are mostly negative or mixed. But that seems to be based on the game itself as opposed to the AI usage. So I could keep going through a bunch more of these examples, but like I said, through the manual research that I did, because again, I can't automatically see what Steam games are using AI versus not. But through this manual research, I would say the conclusion seems to be the same that I covered in that video. Most reviews don't mention AI at all. Even when games are using AI for in-game stuff as opposed to just the capsule art, even still, most gamers really don't seem to worry about it. The review score really seemed to be mostly based on how good the game actually is, as opposed to whether it uses AI versus not. And that leads me to one final, very valid criticism. So here, Ponton says, one thing to consider is all the people who didn't buy because the game's use of AI. So yeah, on this one, I don't think there's any way of knowing. There's really no way to either prove or disprove this statement. Maybe all the games that I mentioned, maybe they would have sold double the amount of copies if they did not use AI. Maybe there is a giant majority of people that as soon as they see that disclosure, they never buy the game. And if they never buy the game, then they can't leave a review saying they didn't buy it because of the AI. Now, personally, I really don't think that's the case. Because again, I feel that for most players, AI is really just the same thing as assets. Players really just want fun games to play and really nothing else. The vast majority of players do not care that you use assets. A handful of them, they do. A handful of them might give you a negative review if you use Cinti assets, but most players, the vast majority of players, don't really care if you use assets at all. And I feel that really the same thing applies to AI. But again, on this argument itself, there's really no way, it's not possible to either prove or disprove this. So upon this one, I basically leave it up to you to come to your own conclusion. Alright, so so this was definitely a very interesting topic to cover that will definitely continue evolving over the next future. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. There were some very interesting discussion in the comments on the previous video. Again, I'm really not either pro or anti-AI, I really just see it as a tool and nothing else. If you want to learn, then check out my free complete courses. I've already got a bunch of them that I plan on doing a bunch more in the coming months. I highly recommend you go through my C# complete course. This one covers pretty much everything from the language, everything from beginner to intermediate to the advanced topics. Or for something recent, check out my DOTS course. This is a very advanced toolset, but if you are on the intermediate or advanced stage, this is something I highly recommend you learn about. Or in general, a great game for beginners is my Kitchen Chaos course. Make a really interesting game, and then a second free course all about taking that game and making it multiplayer. Also, if you want to stay up to date with what's going on in the industry, check out my Game Dev Report newsletter. This is a free newsletter where I cover the latest game dev news and any interesting articles that I come across. Things like a really awesome free VFX Unity ebook. I also wrote about how a janky game made $28 million, or how much money do Steam developers actually keep. And I also write about some fun topics, like this trend where developers were posting their before and after, showing a really impressive result. So if you want to stay up to date, sign up for free with a link in the description. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.